Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work. Let's get open for business here. Woo, boy. Um, it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, which means it's almost the weekend. Take a look down there, guys. 196 days, 0 hours, 38 minutes, and 0 seconds until kickoff. We're almost down to 195. Now, I know some of you guys are annoyed because, oh my God, it's a clock. But you got to admit, it's ticking down pretty quick. And with that being said, we're still shaping the team. It's been kind of a quiet day. And I kind of stepped into some stuff, I think. You ever do something and think, man, this is going to be great? And then you realize, what was I thinking? The Power 4 shirt. I thought it would be really cool to get it signed by lots and lots of fans out there and to give it to Dak at the autograph signing in Chantilly next month. So I literally have 5 weeks. It's a short month here. Today's what, the 21st? So, yeah, 5 weeks from now. So, I want this thing to be no longer white. I want it to be covered with signatures. And everybody and their sister is reaching out to me and says, how can I sign it? So, there's what, 10 million Dallas Cowboy fans in the world? We'll say half of them don't like Dak, so that's 5 million. And I don't reach all of them, but it seems like it set off a firestorm. So now logistically, we got a problem. I think what I'm going to do this weekend is maybe try and do like a meetup, like maybe Sunday. We'll go to like Lucky Sports Bar, maybe do a little live stream, see if I can see if E2 Blue and DMV are available. And we just have a little get together and have like a preseason kind of live stream, get them to sign it, and see if we can get some of you fans out there. So if you guys think that that's a good idea, let me know if you're available. Say Sunday, we go hang out, sign the shirt, and talk about the off season. And I've already talked to my friend Deidre, who's in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, but she's got a bunch of Cowboy fans that are down there. I've talked to Sandman about it going there, and he's got a lot of veterans and stuff at the Veterans Hospital and things that are Cowboy fans that would love to sign it. I need to find somebody in Dallas who will take good care of the shirt. Lord knows, you just take it to Dallas, it'll be signed in 5 minutes. I also want to get somebody in California, so I want to ship it from place to place in different regions, so that way we can get fans from across the country to sign it. I think it's kind of cool, and I think it'll be neat. Maybe one of those things that, man, it's touched all those people's hands. I don't want to get sick. It might be full of germs, but we'll see what happens on that. But I've logistically, I didn't really think this through. What I probably should have done is maybe send shirts like to different regions or something or other, but we'll have to figure it out. Anyway, I checked Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all of the different sites, the 4-letter networks and everything else, the 3-letter networks, and all this stuff, trying to get as much news on the Dallas Cowboys and things. And there's not a whole lot going on. Let's be honest. We are drama-free as opposed to, say, Pittsburgh, who's got all kinds of drama. But this brought up an interesting question because we've been focusing in on Dak Prescott and what Dak Prescott is worth and everything else, and we might be throwing away money if we end up paying Dak Prescott and things like that. But we haven't really talked about Zeke. And I came across this tweet from Marcus Mosher, who blogs for the Cowboys and stuff in Bleacher Report, and I think he also works with the Raiders as well. And his thing was, if I were the Cowboys, or if I was the Cowboys, I would just run the wheels off Zeke for the next 2 seasons and move on. Nothing personal, but I'm not paying a running back more than a few million per year. I would much rather pay a second passing game weapon than a running back. My response was, and he actually quoted it, damn, that's cold as okay. And I also later said, how would you like Bleacher Report to have you right till your arm falls off and then let you go? But regardless, though, that is an interesting point because running backs do have a short shelf life. Very few running backs you see like Adrian Peterson or Emmitt Smith, especially today. I mean, you've seen guys like, Chris Johnson with the Tennessee Titans who ran for 2,000 yards and was never quite the same again. They end up hitting the wall sooner than almost anybody. But here's the problem. Well, a couple things, and I've mentioned this before. You guys know I've mentioned this before, that the Cowboys have used Zeke Elliott more as a battering ram and constantly up the middle instead of trying to get him outside in space or to get him the ball, more involved in the passing game. They did do that some more this year, but not as much as you'd like. But at some point, you got to realize we need to do things to prolong his career, and you don't want to use him to the point where you get 2-3 good years and all of a sudden you lose him. Because let's make no mistake about it, this team is built to be a running team. So if your whole thing is, well, we're going to go ahead and run him to the ground and then we'll just get a wide receiver, then you're going to have to change the philosophy of your team. You have to change the type of offensive line that you have because our offensive linemen are better as road graders than they are pass blockers. Lyle Collins is a beast running downfield on screen passes. He'll take 2-3 people out in a play. But when it comes to basically, and I say defense because when you're an offensive lineman in pass coverage, you're retreating. You are trying to absorb the hits. You are trying to defense that guy coming at you. It's different than running downfield and looking for a target. So you have to change your philosophy. I myself would like to have a change of pace back. I think we could use Rod Smith more than we did last year to give him a blow and to keep him fresh and to keep getting those, hits on him. Because ultimately, you only have so many hits in your body. Now, let's make no mistake about it. Zeke Elliott leads the NFL over the last 2 years, and that's even with the 6-game suspension that he had. So he is an important cog to this machine, and I believe that it is kind of like the triplets where, Emmitt Smith wasn't as good without Troy Aikman. But the Cowboys, when Emmitt Smith was holding out for 2 games, couldn't do jack crap. They need both each other, and I think Dak and Zeke both need each other because we've all heard that, well, Dak can't win without Zeke. I'm not sure Zeke wins without Dak. You follow what I'm saying? So do we pay Zeke? We look at what the Steelers did with Le'Veon Bell. We ain't paying you big dollars. And he's looking for $50 million guaranteed for the next 2 years, $25 a year. So you on board with run him into the ground and just leave him for the wayside? This is where football, it's a business. And you can't be a GM with your heart. It actually has to be with your head. I'd like to get your thoughts on that. Should the Dallas Cowboys just run the hell out of Zeke and not pay him? Although Zeke also could say, I'm holding out. The hell with this. Or should the Cowboys go ahead and set him up a deal and change how they're using him to prolong his career? I'll get back at you guys about what we're going to do on the shirt. Like I said, this weekend, maybe Sunday afternoon, I'll talk to the Cowboys conglomerate and see if they're available. We'll get together and do something with that. And then Monday, I'll send it out for the first leg and see how many people we can actually get to sign the shirt. If you want to, go to the power of, and then the number 4 is the Facebook page, to go ahead and follow it. And what we're going to do is anytime anybody signs the shirt, we're going to make sure we get their picture put on the page, so that way when we give the shirt to Dak, we can say, Dak, here are all the people who signed this shirt, all the people that believe in you, because I believe in him. And I know I'm not the only one. But as always, guys, thank you all for being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'll see you soon.